Good morning and welcome to your weekly writing tip, where this week I'm going to give you a hand with holding you responsible for your writing. I am Michelle Thompson, an academic legal coach, and I produce weekly writing tips for you so you're not stuck with what you're doing and that your writing can proceed apace. I have worked as an academic and a lawyer for many years, and that means that I know a little bit about writing and I've gotten a lot of it done. So I want to pass on what I know to you so that you can make progress on the things that you most value. So here we are every Friday at 10 o'clock. Here's your weekly writing tip. Last week I wished you a happy new year, and I kind of wish I had something to celebrate that with you, but I don't. And part of my concern about number one, that, academics often approach the new school year with dread and whatever, and we don't have to do that. But part of the problem is that in every new year, at the beginning of the calendar year, we often set resolutions. And I said in that particular video that resolutions are promises without plans. And we really need to have a plan to make sure that we're accomplishing what we want to accomplish. And so last week was about planning. This week is actually holding you accountable to those plans and making sure that you really accomplish what you want to do, right? So I'm sticking to that formulation about resolutions. But here's this week's talk about accountability in your writing. After I did that video, I kind of thought to myself, I have a lot on my plate. I need to be held accountable for what I'm doing this semester to make sure I get through all of it, right? And so I actually advertised for an accountability partner. It's true. I put out like a job ad. I put in the job ad what it is you would be doing. I put in the job ad what you would get for it, and the amount of time it would take to do all of the kinds of things that you really want, like a paying job, right? And the payback is that I would actually hold them accountable. And 1 week later, here I am. I have a new accountability partner, and I'm very excited about this. Why? I love in my capacity. I do this in my capacity of coach, and I love what I do. But I also love doing my academic writing. It's true. I love my project. I love what I do. And just because I don't have a full-time position in academia doesn't mean that I don't want to actually go ahead and publish the stuff that I figured out. I think everybody should know what I'm doing. Like many of us who do academic writing. And so I did my plan, and I'm ready, we're ready to go. But here's the thing. You know how things go with the middle of the semester, right? In the middle of the semester is that point where you're tired, you're overwhelmed, it's just hard to keep up, and oh no, they're midterm grades you have to do. Ugh, whatever. Okay. It's the time of the semester where in the morning you think, let me just sleep for 5 more minutes. Yeah. 1 hour later, there you are in bed and rushing off to get to where you're trying to go, right? And the writing falls off the charts. And I didn't want this to happen to me. I'm actually pretty good on my own, but I don't want to do this on my own anymore, right? I want to keep the writing moving. I want to get stuff published. This means that I want someone to check in with me every single week to make sure I'm doing what it is I laid out I would do every single week. I want someone to ask a simple question when I've fallen off of the rails. Were you sick? Whatever. And if there's another set of eyes with what I'm doing, I will make sure it happens, right? So not only will we do calls, but my partner is actually uploaded a grid where I get to log what I've actually done. Every single day we'll see what the other person is doing. And it's not going to take very long, right? To upload what I did for writing a day. It's going to take me, 5 minutes? Maybe, right? So we are actually going to be in a position where we'll keep track of everybody's daily progress. That makes me so optimistic, wildly optimistic. So prevent yourself from making a promise without a plan this academic year, right? Set up your plan, but make sure you have a way of getting external accountability. It could be with a partner. It could be with a writing group. It could be with a meetup. There are academic writing meetups. I actually lead one of those here in New York City. And they're invaluable. Remember, you can go fast alone, but you can go further together. And so this is an effort to make sure that we're doing our work together and not on our own, right? So if you need more help with planning and with accountability, send me a DM to set up a free consultation or a planning session with me. And I'd be happy to do that with you to make sure that you keep your resolution to yourself. So if you like this video, go ahead and click like on this page. Love for you to do that. And if you also want to hear more from me, I have a newsletter. I have one for academics, I have one for lawyers, and so in the links below, I'm going to post the links so that you can go ahead and sign up for my newsletter and get information about programs that I'm laying out for you, as well as tips to managing the academic year. And like I said before, if you need help with accountability or planning, go ahead, send me a note, and we can see what we can do. I will see you next Friday, actually live, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.